Hey, hello. So we know that you can hear audio in the other side.
Sorry, testing.
Testing. Wizzo, talk. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Where's my
Hello.
parcel at?
Hello.
Komala Vikram. Welcome. Hello, welcome to our new episode of Pizza POI podcast. And today I still doesn't know how to, host a podcast like usual because I'm not into talking in English. But here we are talking English.
English Janai.
No,
Malay.
English.
Yes.
Yes, Malay desu.
Malay desu.
And proceed to not speaking Malay and start speaking in weeb language. Good job, man. Good job. Anyway, okay. Anyway, hello, welcome to our new episode of Pizza Pie. Today will be your host for today, Emson, and for tonight we only have 3 people. We only have Cat B, the stinky,
No,
Loafykitt,
you stinky.
and Wizzo, the smokes a lot.
Yeah, boy. Let's go.
Wow.
And tonight, the other 3, the beta blue bitch, the red, and the other green one is, of course, still not available for tonight. But
Yeah,
hopefully they will be back soon.
Beta blue beach is being defeated by the alpha beach.
Yeah, the beta blue bitch is being defeated by the alpha one, and she is right now hearing all of this, and she can't say shit.
Yeah, she can say shit.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
So today, as I going to introduce a really big topic, and a topic that I need my silver armor of silk. Where's my hey Cat B? Where's my silver silk of armor?
Oh, yeah.
Ayah.
Handshake.
Handshake.
Wow.
What kind of sound effect is that? And also my glasses for tonight, so that I can look smart, even though I am not.
The seal, what do you call it? The seal of
You didn't
righteousness.
tell me about your glasses. Oh my god, that's See, this is why I don't give you glasses. If I give you glasses, look how cool stuff.
No, I want glasses. Give me glasses.
You know, man, yeah, we don't use what do you call it? We don't use the what do you call it? If we use the old one, right, before this, what do you call it? The Genshin one, I can put on my robe as well.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's my time to use on the rope right now.
No. Mother says my time.
No, mother says it's my turn. And why mother says it's my turn? Because I said so. Come on, assistant number 2.
Yeah.
Give me my silver armor of intelligence and math to scientist.
This is your silver armor.
Give me the chalice of the righteousness and my glasses of truth.
No, you only smokes and you don't do enough to worth my silver armor, please.
Hey, I just say for you, not for me.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure. You do whatever you want.
Also,
You want curtain, Emshan, because you have to tukar baju.
It is fine. I don't need curtain. The only thing that censors me is my intelligence and this big brain with a lot of curve and berketul-ketul. I don't even know what the fuck is anymore. Hey, yeah, there we go.
Look at the combination. Is standing on the desk.
Yeah, let me just stand on the desk so you know that I'm being really serious right
No,
now.
no. Okay. No, you need to be pointing at the thing. No, I gave a suggestion.
Yeah, that too.
Stand on Alpha. Stand on the Beta Blue Beach.
Yeah, I'm going to use her as a platform because she's not present now.
Wait, I'll get your glasses.
Yeah, there we go.
Emsan, you look
What?
you look like somebody that is. You talk mad shit for somebody in Yeet status to the moon.
Oh.
It's fine. If I go to the moon, it's better that way because I want to go to the moon. It's not you guys that went to the moon anyway. It's me. I will.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bagus,
the other place that I'm gonna throw is Uranus.
like this lah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. And yeah, now I'm sufficiently
Oh my
tall
God.
to make my presentation right now.
Wait, I have to group.
Hey, come on.
Anyhow, Professor Emoran.
You know, it's not Professor Amsan. My name is Fye Amsan, and you will call me as your boss from today on. Remember that, it's Doctor. Okay? It's Doctor.
No. It's Sir Professor Doctor Emsan.
Yes, exactly. You will be calling me that from now on.
No. It's Sir Professor Doctor Haji Emsan.
My God, Haji Umrah belum lagi.
Professor Emeritus Calamitus.
Yeah,
Kilometers.
Calamitous. And so on today's topic, we are going to talk about we are going to talk about time travel theories as it's written down in the title below there.
Sir, I cannot see the screen. Your head is too big.
Screw you. You don't need to look at the Among Us leaks anyway. What the hell are you?
No, I need to see at the Among Us League.
No.
Hey,
You
yeah.
want the Among Us leaks? No. Yeah, have some leaks. There we go. Leak.
That's a big one. Doctor,
I
what
don't
is that?
say their names are big or tall or legs. This is legs. This is Kokoro.
Can I get Moku-chan?
What?
Moku-chan wanna attend the presentation.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, bring your cat into the lecture and I'll give her a diploma and degree.
Oh, let's go! Diploma and degree.
Yang berbahagia Dr. Profesor My dear Emeritus yang berbahagia Dr. Haji Profesor Emsan.
Yes, betul. That's how we be talking about.
No.
You standing on. No, your head is my platform. I can now talk and be sufficiently tall to make my presentation right now. So be grateful that you are being useful right now. Okay.
Udahlah
Go to
semua,
people's live
semua.
chat. Hello, welcome. Right now to be honest, we're kind of preparing right now.
Yeah, but yeah, Sir Dr. Professor Emsan, we are what do you call it? We haven't like you are donning the robe of the righteousness and the glasses of the truth. However, the topic of our today has not been uttered by yours.
Yes, I think I already uttered the truth of today's topic. Okay, the topic for today is time travel theories. As you can see, let me just put my glasses up. Okay.
You can actually got real glasses too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You know what? It's time for me to put on my glasses as well too.
Wait.
Hold on a moment. I need to see this because this is a good what do you call it? Narrative.
I want to use my glasses. Where's my glasses?
I like the fact that I have on me standby a reading glasses.
Oh man.
Yeah, I have my reading glasses all the time. It's called eyes, and I
It's
don't need
called
4 eyes. Yeah. So if you're ready, we're going to talk about today's topic.
Yes,
Okay. in the latest science fiction movie, currently we have a lot of time traveling topics and time traveling concepts that exist in a lot of entertainment these days. But we do need to note that most of these are mostly theories and potential truth. They are not really correct or wrong views in any of this, because again, it is still a theory, and no one really knows what the actual truth is. The only way that we can prove that these theories are correct or wrong are by having the inner mechanics of reality and physics shown to us in a way that we can sense using our five senses. Like we can observe it, we can see it, we can understand it, we can think about it, all of that.
Move your glasses to the right side that bit.
Hey,
I look
hey,
so.
Hey, you two over there, stop talking in my classes.
Eh.
I swear.
Actually,
Yeah,
my parents pay for my studies, okay? So technically speaking, I'm paying for your gaji.
Yeah, you're paying for jack shit. My gaji doesn't come from you. My payment come from my own huge brain cells that I own today. Okay, so before I was rudely interrupted by Gardenia mascot and this Oppenheimer girl.
Oh, look, Moku-chan can see.
Moku-chan, please,
The
I'm going to
secrets.
roast your life if you don't shut the fuck up right now.
Oh.
Moku-chan, roasting cat is really easy and I can do it right now.
Yes, viewers.
Oh no.
So can we cook in the in the class?
No, you cannot. Stop trying to commit war crimes.
It's not war crime. It's called emergency foods.
Okay, so
Anyhow.
so in most of these time traveling theories, again, physicists, scientists, philosophers, they all have different views, different theories about it, and if you are going to talk about all of it, one how is it enough? Maybe like one day is it even enough to even talk about it? We're not even talking about discussing it or making sense of any of it right now. So wait. Before we start talking about time traveling theories, we must first understand the facts and the actual real thing that is present right now, which is the present time and time as a concept itself. Again, time as a concept itself is something that philosophers and scientists argue all the time, but the fact is we right now experiencing the present right now, currently hearing me rambling about this topic, and directly experiencing time right now as you are whatever years old you are right now, doing whatever doing right now at night, hearing some random old man blabbering about time and making sure that everyone sees that he's smart and not stupid. yeah. So of that, so the fact is, right now, as you can see, oh god, sorry. I forgot to do stuff. Okay, so as you can see, present time is like it's like a big dot right here. If you look at the presentation right now, present time, this is present time. Come on, Kali, man. There you go. This is present time. It's a bit dot. Okay, there you go. So this is a bit dot. This is present time. This is you right here, right now. This is us right here, right now. We are experiencing the present right now. Even though there's a few minutes, moments, seconds already moved, but it's undeniable that we are here right now. This is most likely a metaphor, not really a real thing. Who knows? So is that we're going to talk about the theory of time before we can talk about the theory of time traveling, because to understand something advanced as time traveling, we must first understand what is time itself.
Time is relative.
Yeah, that is the state of time, not actually time. Okay, but it is time is relative. So there's a lot of theories out there and a lot of view about time, but in there are two major ways in about theory of time. There is a static theory of time and there's a dynamic theory of time. The static theory of time is something that we how do you say it? It's like it's mostly like philosophy. I don't really.
Okay.
David kan, you dah tanya di chat.
Yeah, David, she move her chair again.
Okay. Anyway.
Hello, hello. Are we okay now?
Don't worry,
Are we back?
no worries,
Yeah, okay,
no worries.
we are back.
I have deal with the time police.
Ah man, holy shit. Yeah, again, a time traveler move a chair or something. What happened, man? Oh damn. Okay, so we're back. Where were we again?
The present time.
Yeah, the present time. No, what? The present time is a lot far away. Are you even listening to me? Gardenia mascot.
I listen. There's two time travel theory. There's static and dynamic.
Yeah, again, there we go. At least you're here listening to me, huh? Remember, if you don't listen to me, there's going to be a quiz at the end of the class, and you will answer my quiz. Anyone that fails my quiz, they're going to stay here and do homework.
Imagine. You don't listen. You don't listen to my teachers, my classes. Back to the jail you go.
Yeah, exactly. You're going back to the jail, okay? Remember that.
How my future looking up? Where you all go? Did I get Joker Moretti? No. We cannot discuss if we ever been time travel.
Yeah, exactly. If we say something that is going to happen, that it won't happen.
It's the law. It's the law, boy.
Yeah, it's the law. Okay, so again, we're talking about the static present time. It's more like a philosophy where the future, where if the future is a expectation, is something we doesn't know, we can't observe it, we don't know what will happen in the future, so it technically doesn't exist. And we have the past time, which it already passed, and the only thing that can prove the past is our memories, our experiences, and the items that we have. But the item is not technically a proof from the past, because technically you have it in the present time. So it's not from a past. Okay, you understand it?
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Memories and your experiences might be an illusion, or might be a lie, something your consciousness, your brain made up, so you can feel something of a passage of time.
Yeah, I mean time can be written.
Yeah. See, so technically, that's what the static theory of time trying to present to us. Something that past and future doesn't exist. The only thing that truly matter is the present time right now. But then we go to the second theory of time, which is the dynamic theory of time. Here is something that it's easier to understand because, again, we experience passage of time. We know things happen in the past. We know things will happen in the future, whatever we do, even if we die or something. And then the future holds a limitless potential, while the past is only one thing and one thing only. But if we're talking, but that's the beauty of dynamic theory of time. because you can go back and see about time in the about your past, in your memories, in your experiences. You can talk and discuss it with the other people that experience the same thing as you, and in the future you can make plans, or you know invite someone to experience the future with you. So that's the beauty of dynamic theory of time. But okay, for today's topic, we are only going to focus on dynamic theory of time, because static theory of time is something that I don't really understand, to be honest. It's more philosophical than physics.
It's
It's
like
more
it's like
it's
non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
as one person always says, it's more like a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Wibbly wobbly.
If somebody in the chat does not get it, I'm going to be disappointed in you.
Kau Dr. Musa.
Doctor Who.
Okay, so yes, just like the Fye, just like Fye mentioned there, canon events can only happen in the dynamic theory of time, because in static theory of time, there's no such thing as future, there's no such thing as a past, so canon events cannot happen.
Present is your time.
Yeah, the present is your time, so technically time doesn't exist. But in dynamic theory of times, there's a whole another thing that we need to understand. But I'm not going to go too much into it, because there's a lot of discussion by physicists. There's a lot of mathematics that we need to figure out if we want to understand it fully. There's like how do you say it? We need to learn other law of physics, other quantum mechanics and stuff like that. So everything makes sense if we talk about singular theories. So we're not going to talk about that, and we're just going to just dabble on the tip of the iceberg right here. Okay, it's not even an iceberg. It's just like the fucking snow on top of the iceberg. Yeah, that's how little we are going to experience here right now.
Yeah, because one, we don't have the actual PhD to discuss about this matter.
And two, the fucking beta blue bitch stole my brain cells, and now I'm stuck with half of my potentials. Okay. So before we move on,
Sir, the chat has
Yes.
asked the question. From the Subaru Freeman says the question. People
Yes,
say
please
that the
talk.
past can't be changed. Does that mean that the past is anchored at the transfixed point, or because it's impossible to revert into the accurate time point?
Okay, so people past can be changed. That is depending on what we're talking about, because again, in time traveling, there's a lot of theories in time traveling too. But in dynamic theory of time, the dynamic theory of time provide multiple theories of time traveling. There are the fixed points, and there are the multiverse, or the dynamic what call it? Not dynamic theory of time, but it's the dynamic timeline, which in the dynamic timeline and the multiverse timeline, the past can be changed, but in the fixed timeline, it cannot be changed. It's hard to say why it can and it can be changed, but let's just say there's a bigger power than us, something bigger than all of us, that's controlling the law of physics, the law of time, and the universe and the timelines. Because how do you say? Because there needs to be something. There needs to be laws. There needs to be rules. Just like the law of physics. Just like how gravity works. Just like how wind works. Just like how electricity works.
Thanks, Newton. Thanks, Newton.
Thanks, Newton. If only that guy doesn't invent gravity.
Oh, I would be able to fly, man.
Yeah, but again, if those laws doesn't exist, then it would be chaos. It would be
Yeah.
chaotic. It would be inconsistent every time.
Yeah, because
So-
by what do you call it? Because by that logic alone, like if we think about like time travel, instance, right?
Yeah.
For the static one, past cannot be written because it's already happened,
Yep.
and we can't really go back.
Yep.
Because if we go back, by our logical speaking, the past will be the present.
Okay. Here. No. Here I'm going to explain it. In this theory of time, in dynamic theory of time, there are possibilities of time traveling. But in static theory of time, there is no possibility of time traveling because time as a concept doesn't exist there. So you cannot travel to the past because you cannot travel to the past because there's only present time. But that's the static theory of time. If in the dynamic theory of time, there's multiple time traveling theories, which we call fixed, dynamic, and multiverse. In a fixed theory, it's just like how you say it. If you went to the past becomes your present, and your future become the past. Because that is because if you look at the illustration right now, this is the present time.
Okay.
Alright. So let's talk about our own personal experiences with time. This is present time, the moment that you are here listening to me talking, rambling about this bullshit right now. Okay. Stop laughing.
Yes, Newton invented gravity. If we kill him, gravity never exists. Yes, someone said this, and I'm by full too.
Yeah.
What
I
the
have
hell?
a
I'm glad.
question though.
Yes. What is the question?
Okay. Method like if I'm quoting Subaru, like Newton invented gravity, and if we kill him, gravity never existed. So
Yes.
if we're going with dynamic timeline.
Yep.
So imagine if the canon event was gravity, even though
Sorry.
Newton died, gravity would still exist even prior to before him discovering it. So does that make it a canon event? If it's a canon event, even if it's not Newton who would discover gravity because he was killed, it would be someone else who discovered gravity, right?
Yep, exactly.
Probably.
If the canon event is gravity discovered, okay, let's say this is the past. This point is the canon event. This is a canon event. Okay, this is canon event, and the canon event says that gravity invented. How invented? There you go. Okay, so in the canon event, it says that gravity is invented. So technically, whatever happens to Newton, someone else will still discover gravity. No matter what happened, even if we kill everyone and all physicists during that time, there will still be someone or something or wherever it is that will make sure that the gravity will be invented. Not invented, but gravity will be discovered.
Latest news, ladies and gentlemen. Newton has died.
Oh shit! But
gravity has been discovered by the Newton, the law of Newton.
Yeah, and Newton stole Newton's research notes.
Yeah.
And make it his own.
and Newton kept been saying this nuts all the time.
No. The theory of this nut.
Oh no.
The theory of this nut is how one nut can affect the gravity of the entire universe.
God damn it. Stop it, you are Barbenheimer.
Nottenheimer?
No. Oh, Nottenheimer. Oh, that's good.
Oh my god.
Imagine it's not the apple that fell. It's a nut that fell.
Oh my god.
Imagine it's a durian that fell.
Oh yeah.
No, that would be the third person that we're gonna follow because the original one died.
Okay, so if you before we go too far in this canon event things, we need to talk about how we perceive time. Okay, so in our experience of time, okay, so like how we say gravity invented here, and this is the present time, and yeah, this is the present time. But if you're talking about our personal experience with time, then okay, so how about over here? This is where this is your birth. Okay, so this is your birth, and everything else happened all in the middle of everything. What happens? Like you went to kindergarten, you went to middle school, you go to high school, you got a job, and everything that happened, all those events will make the line until the present time. And this is what we call a timeline. It makes sense, right? Because it's a line. Wow.
Oh wow, it's not in the name or something. Oh
yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
So it's like a self-corrected paradox instead of if you say the present.
Yeah, it's not really, but before we talk about things like paradox and canon events, first we need to understand about the past and the future, because first we already talked about the present time, but like the past thing is a bit more difficult, because in time traveling there are things about there's a lot more restriction than just you pick a time, you go to the past times, you change something, and then you pick a time, you go back to the present time, right? Yeah, but what if the time traveling machine can only send the time traveler back to the limit is his own timeline, so he cannot go further than his own timeline, because it doesn't make sense, because by then he doesn't exist, so he cannot exist in a place where his life is not been birthed yet. Yeah, so that's how paradoxes happens, and the time traveling theories. So that's why so we're talking about timelines, and but as we all know, the time doesn't exist just for us. Time exists for everyone else too. So if we're talking about your birth, then you also that means if you're birthed by someone, that means you have a parent. So at the same time that you're birthed, your mother is giving birth to you right now. That thing. Hey. There we go. Yeah. Your mom. No more. Yeah, there you go. Your mom.
Yeah, it's not your mom, it's your man.
Your man.
Your mom.
Yeah, so a lot more happens. Your mom does stuff that makes her pregnant with you, and then she has her own life. She also went to school. She also went to high school and kindergarten, and then she also eventually get birth to. So that's another line about that. And then she also have her parent, that is your grandparents, and that happens to, and that happens to, and that happens, and infinitely until we go back to the first person, to the dawn of humanity. How to say it? Okay, there you go. I need to read my freaking script because I forgot where the hell it is right now. I'm just start rambling right now.
However, time is a river. Like a river can restore itself to its current course.
Again, that is one of the theories. It's not really. It's not really. But it's one of the theories that define time. Because again, sometimes time is a river. Sometimes time is a really fixed and strict general that doesn't
is
have any flexibility.
Timey-wimey. Yes.
So So by then, we also have histories of like animals in the past, like those dinosaurs, the primordial stuff, and how the Earth is created. Like this is where the dinosaur is created, and this is where when Earth was extremely hostile to any life, and so this is when the Earth was created, and was when the universe is created, and was when the Big Bang happened, and the passage of time just goes on and on and on and on. So the time is it something that binds only us that can observe, that can think about time. It also binds everything and all matter, which is Earth stuff, anything, atoms and photons, anything like that. Many times,
many times make penning with time, so it penning time.
Yep, it's penning time. Okay. Alright. But if you think about it again, it's not actually infinite. Because again, as we know, time is technically infinite. So here we goes to the part where it becomes infinite, and which is the future. From here on, an hour after this, a day after this, a month after this, there's going to be a lot of things happens, a lot of potentials that will happen. We don't know because we can't experience the future. There's no time travelers that's going to come and tell us what will happen and what happened and stuff. So thus, as we don't know what to expect from all those, the future is limitless. It is technically infinity. So we have a lot of roots to think about it.
Yeah, it can go everywhere, anywhere.
Yeah, everywhere, anywhere. But to be honest,
okay,
it's not actually infinite. Because again, if we're going to a future where, okay, let's say, someone creates a flying car, and this is one of the future because it's plausible, it can happen. And then someone make a teleportation device, also possible. Maybe can become unstinky, it's also possible.
I'm clean, okay? I'm sure.
Sure, Wizzo starts not smoking anymore. It's possible. Yeah.
Actually, I have been. I am proud. I have been stopping smoking.
Holy shit! I can't call you Sir Smokes a Lot anymore, huh?
No. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go buy vape real quick. Hold on a moment.
Oh no.
Yeah. But in those infinite potential of future, the thing is we cannot go to a future where okay, let's say gravity falls up.
What do you mean?
Okay, so there in infinite multiverse of possible future. There will be one future there will be at least one future that is where gravity goes up instead of down. Okay, and that is where the infinites stop for us, at least for our timeline, at least. Because if we want to be able to do something like gravity that goes up, it defies the law of physics directly. Because again, gravity falls down, it cannot fall up. Or at least from our perspective, it falls down. It sucks us into one single point. Thus, it sucks us down. So if you want something like a universe where gravity goes up, we need to go back all the way until the Big Bang, and we need to change the Big Bang to we need to change the Big Bang so the Big Bang happens and it writes up the law of physics so that gravity goes up instead of sucking down. And thus it makes a new universe where gravity goes up and thus the in that timeline, everything goes up.
Yeah, so basically go back into the past, fuck shit up to the point that is fuckable, unfuckable anymore to the point that we can walk on ceiling now.
Yeah,
The shit
exactly.
became the floor and the floor became the ceilings.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't. You need to go back all the way there. But again, as we know, we are limit in our mortal bodies, and we cannot handle the primordial explosion, which is the Big Bang. And even if we can survive the Big Bang, we don't know how to change the fundamentals law of physics itself.
Yep.
So again, just like Subairo said, we can hop into any timeline that doesn't look back to our own timeline. We exist. It's not that you cannot go back to a timeline that you exist, but the future cannot go to a timeline which is different for your fundamentals flaw of physics. So to bend the law, you have to create a brand new universe. Yeah, exactly. To bend the law, you need to make a brand new universe, which is again the start of time, which is the Big Bang. But who knows if the Big Bang is actually a start of time or anything? Because again, we don't know. But that is what we know. The start of anything, the start of the universe, is the Big Bang. So we say it is the Big Bang.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. And thus we can talk about the time traveling theories. See, we haven't even dabbled into anything right now. We just understand the fundamentals the fundamentals of time. Because if we don't understand the fundamental of time, we cannot talk about time traveling theories. Right. Again, there are many interpretations and theories that smarter people than me already thought of, and I'm not even. This is not something that I thought of myself. I just read and contemplate in the toilet and be like, "Holy shit, man, they're smart." And the first theory of time is a theory of time traveling is the fixed timeline. In the fixed Yay! So in the fixed timeline, it's like a line. Okay, it's like a line. It's like this. So
I have reached the canon event. I got Tamamo Cat. Let's go.
What the hell?
Wow.
Holy shit! Nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got caught lacking there, but holy shit.
What the fuck? So in fixed timeline here, this is the present time.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be a past and future, as always, because it is time. In the fixed timeline, it's important to understand that in the fixed timeline, everything that happens, just like you, Wizzo, said, that anything that happens in the past is the future and the future is the past, right?
Yep.
Because whatever happened in the past already happened, thus you cannot change it from the future. So for examples right now, for examples, you as a time traveler, you as a you yourself, you're not as a traveler, but you yourself experience that in one of your days in your childhood, you remember that you seeing a person that you see a person that tries to kill your father. Okay, let's say it's over here. You seen someone tries to kill your father.
Tries to Amogus.
Yes, Amogus father. Yeah. So because of that is what happened in the past. So in the future, it happens that you have the power to time travels. So and one day you feel like you don't want to live anymore. So the fastest way to unalive yourself is to kill your father. So in the future, you went back to the past and you tried to kill your own father. But you failed to kill your own father. After you failed, you went back to the future and live up to your failures or something. I don't know. But because of that, you remember that, oh shit, I remember as a child, I remember that someone, there's a burglar, there's someone broke into our house, tries to kill my dad, and failed, and he ran away. And thus, because that already happened, and yeah, it's where it goes back to the loop that it was you all along that tries to kill your dad.
It's like what do you call it? It's like if you, how do I say?
Paradox.
Yeah, it's a paradox.
It's like the Harry Potter all over again. The one that they try to save the, what do you call it? The I don't remember what the creature is. That the creature was about to be like, I guess, like slaughtered.
Yeah.
Because it was deemed hostile. But both of them knew, three of them knew that it was like, what do you call it? It was a move. The bug beat. Yeah, the bug beat. Like I don't remember the story, but like they went back. I guess a tiny tad bit future or the past.
Yep.
And the one that threw the rock, was them. They are the actual person that did that. So if they did that and then they save, like, what do you call it? And then save the hippogriff from getting slaughtered.
I see. Yeah. So yeah, that is exactly the textbook example of fixed timeline theory. Yeah. So in the fixed timeline, whatever happens in the past already, whatever happens in the future already happens in the past. So you can't change it, or that going back to the past doesn't change the future or anything like that. But you still have the time traveling power. But again, it doesn't have much of an impact. We can say that a certain power in the universe that prevents paradoxes from happening. So no matter what happens, you cannot. Nothing can contradict the timeline. You can't kill yourself in the past because, again, if you kill yourself in the past, you cannot exist in the present time. The one that tries to kill your past self, right? So that cannot happen because, again, if you're dead in the past, you cannot exist in the future.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so but it's hard to say what are those powers that prevents paradoxes and stuff like that. But in this timeline theory, in this fixed timeline theory, the power is really strong, and it's probably in like maximum fucking security or some shit.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
What?
Like, you remember the quote, like, history would always repeat itself?
Yeah, no, that's something else, to be honest.
No, I mean, okay, here we are, okay. So, like, okay, assuming from the quote was made by a philosopher, right? So,
Yep.
So basically, like, how do I describe it? It's like someone discovered the same thing no matter what era they are. It's like I don't know what example to give, but yeah, it's like imagine this, like, okay, like someone made a fanfic, but the fanfic is so cursed, like the author gets killed because they were so mad their OTP didn't, because the author made their OTP died.
What kind of dystopian future are we living in? Okay.
No, and then and then yeah, so he decided to to burn the to burn the book and make a new one where the OTP survives and lives happily.
Yep.
And then, but then again, and then, like, fast forward to the future and the people consume that kind of book and media, but like they thought that they could live that, like take inspiration and live like that kind of romance like that. But then because it's a fabricated, so it was a fabricated one, so history is gonna like repeat itself. Like they, like in the end, the readers get, like they will suffer from tragedy, and like, and then the impact is they kind of blame the book, and then they burn it again to make a proper one. Like they don't, like, instead of making like a happy ending one, they make it a angsty one back.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's kind of like looping.
Yeah, but again, that is not well, lolly girl. That is not exactly a time traveling thing, but yes, if you don't learn from the past, the past will repeat the history again. History will repeat itself, because it's like how kingdoms doesn't learn from the past, from history, what happens to the kingdom empire of the past, what happens and what kills those kingdoms. If we don't learn from those history, we will make the same mistake again in the future.
Yeah, we are
because I guess we fundamentally are humans, and if we don't learn from our forefathers, we will eventually make the same mistakes again.
Okay.
I mean, why the topic getting dark? I mean, it's about time traveling. Time traveling happens. How do I say it? It's like humanity have what do you call it? No boundaries about their desires, which is include time as well.
It depends.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder who is the pioneer of the theories actually. Were they actually scientists, or were they actually philosophers?
Theories.
There are a lot. There are physicists, there are scientists, there are philosophers. I mean, they still need to, ponder and ask around about it. So it can be your average Joe to think about it.
Yeah, they have to test the variables as well.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of variables to think about, to be honest, but we are not going to talk about that because there's another kind of rabbit hole to go down to.
Yeah, but yeah, wait, does that mean that UBW is fixed timeline?
Yeah, exactly, Fye, you drop out queen. UBW is a fixed timeline because whatever happens, Archer needs to exist, because if he doesn't exist, then he can go back to the past and to change stuff. But again, he was registered in the Throne of Heroes.
I think Einstein also do time theories. Einstein did time theories.
Yeah, Einstein said the time is relative and stuff like that.
Yes, the time traveler is real.
No, stop, please. So from that on, we go to the second time traveling theories, which is the dynamic time traveling.
Yay!
So in the dynamic time traveling, in this theory, it accepts the ability to control and manipulate time. So the time traveler that have the power to go to the past or the future to change results, they can actually change it, and they can actually give an impact to some things.
So let's just say if I go back to the back time, kill myself, I won't be exist in the future.
Yeah, that's the thing about dynamic timeline. If you from the present, you go back to the past to kill your for example, your father, you kill your father over here. Thus, you make a new timeline, which is a timeline without yourself, because you want birth. Your father is dead. In this new timeline, there won't be you and your father. Because you change the future, you change the past, and the future is now going to a different route, you will cease to exist. you will disappear from existence itself.
I do hear though. There's like one theory.
Yep.
Time change when you are there. So basically, let's say that you go back to time traveling at the past. You don't touch nothing. You don't even like breathe on anything. By the logic that I had just said right now, right?
Yep.
You being there already changed everything.
Yeah, that's the thing about time traveling. There are butterfly effects, and there are stuff like how I forgot what the name is,
Let
but
me
that
let
is
me
one of it, the butterfly effects,
let
because
me
of the butterfly effects. Your existence in the past, which is something that you should not be doing, that should not happen, should not exist, that itself cause something, anything, a small thing to change, that will change the future.
for example, you go back to the time you bring disease with you, and they don't have the technology.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Damn.
technology to
that
fight,
can
and
happen
then
too,
yeah.
because germs evolve after some time. So in the past, they don't have the immunization, immunity. Yeah,
Yeah,
immunity. Fucking hell.
elimination.
And yeah,
Lama.
they have the immunity to fight with those germs and stuff. Thus,
Let
you can
me
give
mhm.
the disease to the people to the past.
let me what do you call it? Let me quote unquote my favorite words of all time. Your should have consequences.
The fuck.
Anyhow.
Yeah, but still, but that is one of it. So there is the butterfly effects. There are the grandfather paradox. If you kill yourself, if you kill your grandfather, then you won't cease to exist. You will disappear from the present time. Which is, again, if you go back to the present time, it's not the same present time that you go to. It's the different present time. You By changing the past, you already change the future. Thus, the timeline which you exist doesn't exist anymore,
Yep,
because
true.
again you change the past, right? So again, but if you what if you do something else? You change significant things in the past, which is okay. Let's say you go back to the past. You help the Nazi win the World War II. Okay. Yeah. So in this timeline, the Nazi controls the world. Hitler won. Things A lot of things change. We are no longer democratic. We use communism in our system. So because of you change a fundamental event, things that affects
Major
a
what
lot
do you
of
call it?
people, there will be resulting that some people will exist and some people doesn't exist anymore. Even though they exist in your timeline, that doesn't mean that they will in this new timeline anymore. Because okay, for example, because you change the timeline to something like a pro-Nazi timeline, maybe the Nazi killed their four grandfather or something, resulting in your friend doesn't exist in the new timeline anymore because their grandfather being killed and they was not able to be birthed. And that also means the risk is the same to you too. Because
Yep.
if you go back and you change make the timeline into a pro-Nazi timeline, there are risks that the Nazi will kill your grandfathers too, and again make sure that you don't exist in the future time.
True.
So what happens, there are always going to be a risk that you will cease to exist.
Mm. I'm scared this get banned. Don't worry
But
about it. Don't
don't
worry.
worry, we are already biasa. It's
Like
considered time
to be
traveling,
frank,
since the bodies
like
can exist in the past and the soul and the mind is the only thing that can pass through energy or something, hence why you can't tamper with the past. It depends, because again, if the time traveling machine can send you to the past with all your body and your soul, thus you can exist in the past. But again, there are stuff like paradoxes, like you can meet your own self, or you can go and tell other people that you are from the future and stuff like that. But again,
Yeah.
those paradoxes are something that how you say it? It's something that changes the timeline, because again, so if you go back to the past and you meet your own self, thus you should be able have to you have the memory of you meeting yourself in the past, right? But you don't, because this is the first time that you meet yourself in the past. That is where the paradoxes happen.
Yeah, when you say like that, it reminded me of that one episode of Batman animated where the old what do you call it, the new what do you call it, the present Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman, meets with the old one, and the old one was like, I don't remember this event at all.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then it was like, and then like the old Bruce Wayne was like, man, have I ever been that naive? This is how you do interrogation.
Ah, holy shit. Okay, so if you are apa tu, so we're coming to the most interesting part of the time traveling theory, which is the third one is the multiverse time traveling theory.
Okay.
Yay! So in this multiverse time traveling theory, we have again a multiple universe. Yeah, but again, you will experience one timeline, one universe first. But if you have the power to change the past, your time traveling powers. So let's say this is the present time. You went back to the past and to change something, and because of that, you make a new timeline.
Yeah, which is a new line, right?
Yeah. So in this, okay, let's say it's something small this time. Okay, in this multiverse, you are a girl instead of a boy. Okay, so because of that, you went back. You do something that changes that changes yourself from a boy to a girl, and now you change because of that. If you stay living in the timeline, you will change yourself into a girl. But there are risks that multiple you exist in the same time, because again, if you have the power to change the timeline, to change the past, that means there are infinite numbers of you that can change the timeline. Because okay, let's say this is you. At this rate, this is because you have the power to change the timeline. Uh, you have also have the choice to make infinite other choices, because okay, at one point you want to change that you don't want to play football anymore, you want to play tennis ball, so you go to the past, you change it to the tennis ball. You don't want to go to high school, you want to straight to the college degree, so you went to college degree. And because of just that choices, you made multiple version of yourself that can and will time travels back to the past, and at some point you will meet multiple of yourself, because you time travel so much, and the possibility of you time traveling more is endless. Again, there are certain power to keep some paradoxes from happening, but in this is like the dynamic timeline where some paradoxes will happen no matter what you do. So it's not really as strict as the fixed timeline. So in this world, you can go back and kill your father, undoing your birth, but because you shift the timeline to a timeline that you don't exist, but you can still exist in that timeline. You okay, let's say it's like this. Okay, you go back to a timeline which you kill your dad, and thus making a new timeline which you don't exist anymore. But you can exist in this timeline because that paradox is how to say acceptable in this timeline. Because if you don't exist, then you can kill your dad. But in this new timeline, you don't exist. Even if you go back to the present time, right here. Yeah, if you go to the present time right here, all your friends, everyone's your aunts, your mom, anyone that knows you doesn't know you anymore. No one have no one have you in their memories anymore by then. But you can still exist, but you are something like a tourist. Yeah, you're something like a tourist in another people universe. You're not
entity of your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god, my brain hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Talking about Spider-Verse. We're talking about how to say it. In this thing, there are in the most interesting part of multiple universe timeline theory is that you can mix and match fixed timeline with dynamic timeline and to make a multiverse timeline theory. Because in this theory, let's say like let's say this is the timeline. This is not just your own actual timeline. This is a timeline of like human history. So this is the present time. This is when okay, so this is when World War III happens. Okay, so you from the present time, you went back to the past and you changed World War III. Not World War II. Okay, you change World War II, and World War II doesn't happen. So you make a new timeline that World War II doesn't happen. But in this World War II, in this new timeline, we call it timeline B. Yeah, say we call it timeline B and timeline A. In timeline B, there will be, you experience timeline B as a normal person, as not as a time traveler, but you experience timeline B as a normal person. You live in there for multiple years, and one day there's a civil war. Let's say there's a civil war right here. Yeah, this is a civil war, and the civil war gives us a lot of tragedy. A lot of people died. Some people starve. Some people get killed and stuff. And you, as a time traveler, you can accept all of those happening. Thus, you use your power to change the civil war. You go back in time. You go back just a little bit in time to change like stuff like you kill the leaders of the civil war, the people that start the civil war. Yeah, so but in theory, civil war cannot happen because the people that started civil war already dead, right?
Yeah, true.
But in the end, civil war still happens. It's not because it's because there are something that we call a canon event or nexus event or a singularity or destiny or attractive field. It's all of those. We give it a lot of names, but it's all of those. It's an event that will happen, that must happen, that should happen so that that timeline have a unique thing of its own. Because in your original timeline, World War II happens, and that is a nexus event. That is something that must happen so that your timeline, the timeline A, can exist. But because you change World War II from happening. Thus, you change the timeline from timeline A to timeline B, which civil war must happen. But again, you change stuff that so civil war cannot happen. You kill some people that so civil war can happen, but civil war still going to happen. So you do more other stuff. You make sure that the sparks of the civil war doesn't happen. You make sure that people are not angry with each other. You make sure that weapons doesn't exist in that timeline and stuff. You do a lot of little tiny adjustment to that timeline until one point that it's impossible to civil war to happen.
Yeah,
Thus,
because you go back and preventing it from happening.
yes, you prevent it from happening. Thus, you make a third timeline, which we're going to call it timeline C. In timeline C, World War II doesn't happen, and and Civil War doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But timeline C is still going to have their own nexus event or attractor field or canon event or anything. No, it's not exactly World War, but it will be something that must happen so that the future of the globe, the future of the humanity itself will happen.
The paradigm shift.
Yeah, the paradigm shift and stuff like that. Because again, in each timeline there are unique stuff about themselves that makes them into a certain timeline. In this timeline, in this theory, the multiverse isn't actually infinite. There are limits to the universes because every little things that you change, it changes the timeline a little bit, but it doesn't change it enough. So in the end, it still becomes one thing. So just like how Ikram said before, and that time is a river, and so whatever happens, whatever you change in the past, is still going to go to the way it's supposed to go. But if you change it enough, if you build a dam, then the river will eventually stop and make another route to move on. Thus, you changing the route of the river. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I finally understand Steins Gate Zero now.
Yeah, exactly. This is how Steins Gate Zero happens. He went from the Alpha World Line to the Beta World Line, and eventually he went to the Steins Gate World Line. Right?
Yeah, like I don't understand how, like, even if like Okabe didn't change anything in that timeline, like why at the ending it happened, like why the people that died must die again.
Yeah, because that is the Nexus event or attractive field canon event. It's not because of like random shit like for shit and giggles this one person need to die. It's because maybe that person hold a significant. Maybe like how I say it? Okay. Let's say that in this timeline there's one person that is going to start World War II. There's only one person that is going to World War II, and he says the knowledge and stuff in it. So, by killing him, you can prevent World War II from happening. But by not killing him, World War II will happen. That is how strong, that is how powerful that one person is. So, by killing or by letting him to live, is a canon event. And the canon event is in timeline A. In timeline A, where World War II happens, in World War II happens, that Nexus event is the person is alive. But in timeline B, the Nexus event is the guy is dead. So it needs to happen so that the timeline can shift permanently into something new, something else. This, but okay, let's say in Spider-Man. Spider-Man is something a little bit more personal and close box. Yeah, something personal and close because in Spider-Man, into the Spider-Verse, right? Into the Spider-Verse, they only have access to timelines which is only Spider-Man. They
Only
cannot.
the Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, they cannot go to any other timelines which doesn't have any Spider-Man.
And why is that?
Again, because their powers, their time traveling machine, only connects them to another Spider-Man. It's not really about scientific. I don't know if you can call it scientific, but it's most likely like a power. Sorry, something bigger than us, a power that we cannot comprehend, something like that. That is resulting in things like Spider-Man can only access with another Spider-Man timeline. This, but because of that, they have kinda mixed potential. To be honest, because in their timeline, they can actually they can go more than their own neighboring timelines. For us, in our multiverse theory, the only way that we can go to the another timeline is our neighboring timeline. We cannot go to a timeline which is far away from us because that takes a lot of more things to do. And okay, so it's like the example that I gave you earlier. If you cannot go to a timeline which is we cannot go to to a universe which is the gravity falls up instead of down, right? Because that thing changed your a lot of physics so much that it's no longer your neighboring timeline. Because you need go way back to the Big Bang and change the law of physics, and then because of that, Big Bang happens, the law of physics now rewritten, and the gravity now falls up, and then they need to happen everything else. They need to have their own dinosaur. They need to have their own civilization, their own first human, and the civilization of humanity, and everything needs to happen until they reaches us, which is the present time. But the us in that timeline is not actually us, because the us in that timeline is accustomed to gravity falling up instead of falling down. So for them, in their perspective, gravity falling up is actually gravity falling down is weird, because in their perspective, gravity should fall up. That's just how law of physics works in their universe. And that is why the Spider-Man Spider-Verse is really powerful, because not only can they go to another Spider-Man timelines and universes, but they can go to a universe where color doesn't exist. They can go to a universe where everyone is a pig, a cartoon pig that holds a 100-ton hammer. They can go to a timeline where it's a dystopian future where a little Japanese girl has the power of Spider-Man and build a giant robot Spider-Man. See, it's not even a neighboring timeline anymore. It's like a really far away timeline. But because of that, because they all are Superman and there's some big power, there's something bigger than us that binds them together, they can go and access to another Spider-Man power. Which is, for me, it's pretty cool because it's something different about timeline and time traveling stuff. Ugh. Yeah. And thus, I don't have any more because that is all what I written in my script, and I reached the end of my script now.
Yeah, baca-baca.
Baca-baca.
I like the fact that at the end of the entire things, right?
Yep.
You have created and actually
Actually,
emotes.
actually, this is how the business happens. Yeah. No, it's not MCC, okay? It's Holy Doctor, Professor, PhD, Sensei, okay? Make sure you know how to talk to me, okay? You deadbeat queen.
Gijak sikit.
Yeah, you little shit. Yeah, you
No,
fucking
Doraemon time travel explanation. Do you remember how Doraemon works
Oh,
inside?
Oh, God.
Doraemon time traveling, huh?
Yeah.
I can't really remember about Doraemon time traveling, but I can remember that Doraemon come from the future so that he could help Nobita, right?
Basically,
And
yeah.
he stayed there and lived with Nobita because of that. And but if I recall correctly, does it that Doraemon was what was it again invented by another person in the future? And then by the end, a lot happens to Doraemon, and Doraemon need his ears to regain his memories. Not to regain his memory, but to not lose his memory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nobita worked hard and invented the ears, the ears for Doraemon. Thus, uh, indirectly help making the invention of Doraemon. To be honest, that is more like fixed timeline to me.
Yeah, it's like a looping kind of thing, right? It's
Yeah,
like
no, it's not really loop to be honest because Doraemon never really actually tells Nobita how to make how to make Doraemon, how to make the future gadget stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Basically,
so
but just inspire Nobita to
yeah.
make Doraemon.
Technically, Doraemon just inspire Nobita or give Nobita the motivation to make invention that leading up to Doraemon.
Yeah. So to keep to keep the Doraemon exist.
Yeah, to keep the Doraemon exist. So technically, it doesn't paradox with anything, it doesn't disrupt anything, and in the end,
It's a perfect time loop, isn't it?
nice.
Yeah, like even though even if imagine if they were still in bad terms, right?
Yep.
But Doraemon would still decide to stay in Nobita because of its mission to like push Nobita to work hard
Yeah.
instead of slacking. Like
Yeah,
if
exactly.
Nobita is lacking Doraemon, there's no point Doraemon returning there.
Nobita!
What Nobita? Why Doraemon is the one that whining? Doraemon. Yeah, so
Doraemon!
technically, if you think about it, Doraemon going back to the past doesn't change anything because in the end he doesn't. He doesn't do anything that makes that contradiction or paradoxes. For in Doraemon perspective, he went to the future is his life experience. Is about the his future is to go to the past. Is not a loop. It is his life experience. He just go to the past and he doesn't change anything. He lives with Nobita until things happen, and he went to comatose for a few years, and then he went back up, and he still live with Nobita until the end. And we don't know what happens to Doraemon after that. But we do know that Doraemon was not. Nobita was not the one that invented Doraemon. So in the end, Doraemon doesn't change anything that resulting in his own death or fasten his own existence or anything or his own creation.
Yeah. I think I do remember that they said that Doraemon is the prototype, and then after that there's Dorami.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
Dorami. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So Doraemon was like the pioneer of the robot series.
Yeah.
No, Doraemon time travel is not canon. That's just kids' story.
I mean, it's cool though. How imagine going into a drawer and riding a tika terbang.
Yeah.
And you can be like Zam Zam ala Kazam.
Hey, wee.
There is another kind of worms that I do not want to open, but oh well. Zam zam ala kazam.
I mean, it's just.
Was it cucu dia or anak dia yang buat?
Yeah, I remember about that too. It's like Cucu or something that invents Doraemon, to be honest.
There's
But
so
it
many
makes
things.
sense that the Nobita invents the ear, so that inspire
Oh yeah. And then
grandkids.
yeah. And then the other body was made, and then we got Doraemon again.
Yeah. So in the end, it's just it's not loop. It's just progression in time. Because technology of Doraemon ears was not present when Doraemon and Nobita was alive. Yeah, exactly. Because Doraemon doesn't have ears anymore when he is Nobita. So
Didn't got numb because by a rat or something. If I remember correctly.
Yeah. I remember he got bit by a rat or mice or something. So technically, he doesn't give any paradoxes, because in a paradox, it's like this. In a paradox, like you in the future invented time traveling machine, so you went back to the past to teach yourself how to make the time traveling machine. That is what we call a paradox, because you cannot make something and go back to the future, go back to the past to make that exact thing. To teach yourself to make the exact thing faster. Because by then, that means you don't exist. It's like another timeline. So that's a paradox. But that's a fixed timeline paradox. We can't really say about like what will happen if we encounter paradox, to be honest, because again, it's like power in... It's not really power. Yeah. It's like the power of universe that some certain things will happen and certain things will not happen. And gravity will still fall down, and the human talks like fucking gibberish monkey. Snake. Doraemon knows the rule of time travel but never explain it because kids. Yeah, I mean that's too. The main thing about the show is or what was it again? Pisau tikam orang.
Pintu ke mana-mana.
Fucking hell.
Tak apa Nabita, saya ada senapang khas untuk awak. Pistol membunuh ajaib.
That's not even Doraemon. That's just Grey-kun.
Kalau awak tunjuk pistol ajaib ni dekat orang dan tarik picu dia, orang tu akan tidak bernafas.
Hai.
Orang tu tidak akan kacau saya.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. But yeah, so yeah, that is how time traveling theories works, and there are a lot more, to be honest. But it's good to know the fundamentals one. And if you're going to write a time traveling story or trying to understand time traveling stories, those are what mostly that you need to fundamentally understand what's happening. There are stuff like, Steins Gate and stuff. Steins Gate doesn't have a time traveling machine. Technically it does have a time traveling machine, but it only used like twice. And then we have something like a reading Steiner and time dilation and time skip, stuff like that. But there's another fucking rabbit hole that I don't want to go into right now. But yeah, so if you want to know more about time traveling stuff, go watch Avengers Infinity War, Loki TV show season 1, season 2,
Doctor Who, the entire session.
Fucking hell, the Who have a lot of fucking seasons, man.
Yeah, everything related to time traveling, which is.
Holy shit,
I
man.
don't know, like, yeah, people were mad about the recent, concept that they just discovered in Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, the what do you call it? The
I haven't
paradox
read-
one, huh?
I haven't watched that one.
The Child of Time or something.
Child, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
watched that
like
one, to be honest.
it's like you transfer your consciousness to another body to
Oh yeah,
preserve
yeah.
time.
True. It's like
Yeah.
what do you call it? Like that's what the main protagonist is. AKA is it the fifth, 15th Doctor? If I remember correctly, I don't remember how many Doctor there is.
Holy fuck, there's a lot of Doctor.
There's a lot of Doctor from the first Doctor, all the way to like the 15 or 16 Doctor Who. Basically all of them regain their own. Call it, they have like the memories. If I remember correctly, the memories of the past Doctor
Yep.
when they die and reincarnated. But unfortunately, because they have been is this so long fighting Daleks, aka the one that want to exterminate Doctor Who.
Yep.
Doctor Who. They eventually forget the other reincarnation. Yeah, a bunch of Doctor, but I like the that one Doctor that fought with the angels. So basically, the angel is basically a beautiful, loneliest creatures. If you blink in their vicinity, you die.
Oh, is it that the angel stuff thing?
Yeah, the angel stuff thing. Yeah, they are the, I guess I can say,
It's like the fucking SCP all over again.
yeah. But basically like if you like, okay, like there's like one I guess one episode of Doctor Who. I don't remember what season it is.
Yep.
Basically, they were stuck inside what do you call it, inside this cave. The Weeping Angel, yes, the Weeping Angels. Thank you, Subaru. So basically, it was like they were like trying to like oh man, these statues are scaring me. And then Doctor Who was like, wait a minute, this is not a statue. Like everybody turn off your lights, and then so everybody like turn off their light, right?
Yep.
And then Doctor Who was like, are you sure about this? The what do you call it, like, if I remember correctly, the partner of that reincarnation, like us, are you sure about it? Like, yeah, I'm sure about it. And then for 1 millisecond, close off, and then turns it back on, and then the statue move
No shit. Yeah.
from one place to one places.
That's the best part. But it's a SCP all over again.
And I remember, like, there's one scene as well in Doctor Who where the what do you call it, the reincarnation of the female protagonist.
Yep.
It's like watching a clip of Doctor Who from the past.
Oh yeah, I remember that clip.
Like talking. Like, wait a minute, how can you read the transcript while it's happening? Simple. I went to time traveling. I went to the future. But anyway, timely, wibbly, blimey stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
that
don't
thing
take
is
it
the looping stuff.
Oh yeah, and then the fact that just imagine that one of the creepiest thing is that like, have you ever heard one time where Doctor Who is, I guess, angry? I guess I can say that the wrath of the Doctor Who.
Save that another time because we really don't have time to talk about that. I know that clip. I seen that clip too. I know
I love that clip. I love that.
Yeah,
clip.
but again, that's another rabbit hole that we can talk about. Let me talk it. We can watch Doctor Who together sometime.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's go.
Yeah, so this is my recommendation if you want to experience a really good writing about time traveling. Go watch Steins Gate. Go watch Summertime Rendering. Summertime Rendering is like a fucking beginner time traveling thing. Go watch ReZero. ReZero is also a time traveling thing too. What else? I haven't watched Loki season 2 to be honest, but I know it has a lot of time traveling theories in it. Infinity War it also makes sense to. There we also have something like what do you call it again? I forgot. Shit. I mean Terminator and stuff have it too, but I don't really like Terminator to be honest. Yeah, I guess Doctor Who. Maybe one day watch Doctor Who, but not today.
Lot
And-
of season for Doctor Who.
Yeah, there's a lot of season, and I don't want to go into that worm right now. No, Faye, we need to watch all of those time traveling stuff, please. Yeah, damn that beat queen. Stop being a goddamn Sesame Street trash puppet.
Stop being my stool.
You got the London Bridge.
You got the London Bridge. Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the end of today's lecture. Actually, that's the end of today's lecture. I am Dr. Professor Haji Intan Payung
yang
Tan
berbahagia.
Sri.
Tan Sri Amsan. We'll be signing off today with these other two Barbenheimer, this rocket science germ that can rise and not generate thrust, Cat D, and this Oppenheimer, the rock cousin stone, someone that like Gustav Cannon.
Orbital strike. All the time.
Yeah, fucking like strikes and not legs. Wizzo. And go subscribe to Faye, the fucking no bread gift cake. Fucking if Blue had a attitude.
if a bench talk too much. Anyhow.
And so we also have the other two, but they're not here right now, so I won't talk much. But fucking the Popeye, the Sailor Man that eats spinach, and Musashi if he had a king to a katana.
and what do you call it? And disposable incomes.
Oh, and Mokuchan become Loafykitt.
Yes, we're going to roast him alive and eat after this because that is what the canon event pertains to need to be happen.
Will become long and long like snake, and Mokuchan will tie you up and eat you for breakfast.
Yeah, that won't happen if we eat you right now. So thanks again for listening to my rambling. I'm sorry that this gone on for 2 hours. It's really long. If you seen my goddamn script, it's like really fucking long. I wrote a lot. I think about this like a whole month. Okay, I really prepare for this fucking day. I still fucking doesn't do a really good job about it, but fuck it, I don't really care.
Hey! You say you don't do a really good job about it, but I'm actually entertained by this one. Okay?
Yeah, I am too because I'm stepping on someone queen's head.
You better take back that remark. You.
Why? Huh? You fucking tracks for legs.
You fall head.
Yeah, exactly. I am tall. Look, I have legs.
Yeah, you have like an extension of yours. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. See? Come again next week on Monday, 10 p.m. and same day, same date, same time. Next time is going to be Cat B's turn to host Pizza Point.
Wow.
What the hell? Yes, go drink.
I don't even know if I'm a time traveler or I'm a bread now.
No,
you're gluten-free AI.
Gluten free? Oh no! But why I want gluten? I want the kerak.
No.
Hey, the motherfucking gluten. Out of the bread.
I want the flour.
Anyway, thank you very much for coming, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for supporting us.
And think about how what the time is actually. So bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly timely by blimey soft.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye. Go watch Steins Gate. Wait,
You are
what was
now-
it? Wait. L. Psi. Kangaroo. Yeah.
Ta-da.
You
wait,
see,
this is
gotta
not-
I get number one.
No, wait. According to the authorities.
Yeah. So,
According to authorities, mechanic journalist Cardinal.
fuck yeah, you can remember that, man.
Yeah, you know. Okay, you know how many times that I have to rehearse that one.
What the
According to the judgment of the authorities, mechanic journalist Cardinal.
I would return to the authorities. Mechanic
Journalist
journalist Cardinal.
fuck? Oh, you fucking hell.
Now I shall return to the authorities, mechanic journalist Cardinal. Anyhow.